Oh boy, the first challenge. Who will win and who will lose? Let's figure out with this review. Yeah, I'm doing the normal intro. Sorry about that. Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... It's about that time again, I reckon. You know, I said I was going to loop around to this one again soon enough, and the torch kept passing on, life kept on happening, and it has been a bit longer than soon enough, but we're here now, I suppose. And by we, I mean, you know, the people from the chat, particularly, it seems, well, I mean, we've got Beanie Girl and Josh, who've shown up for this a couple of times. We've got Kino VA, Kev as well. Ghost Kitty, of course, being a regular. Yunryo, I'm trying to see who else. Yep, okay. But yeah, dare I say, these are probably once again the people from the behind the scenes, which is going to make this even more interesting, because of course it always does. And this time I didn't even wear Mario pants this time. I completely forgot to do that actually. So this is just, you know, the circulation naturally, which, you know, I'm glad that everyone returned. So we're going to make it worth your while, and we're going to get straight into this. Without further ado, on with the review.
We were introduced to...
Oh yeah, this is the, okay, I was going to say this the last time, but I had it ahead for a couple of seconds, because it was how you load the videos on here.
Previously on Camp Creek. We were introduced to the camp and our brand new 18 contestants. 2 teams were formed, the hazardous bears and the dangerous deer. The teens hit it off
A third team, the perilous pumas, never made it.
pretty well with each other, though some more than others. And so, our story continues. What will be the outcome of this episode?
I do love the fact that they've summarized 27 minutes of content into just those points, which is fair enough. But I mean, I will say, I actually was rewatching the first episode before this one to remind myself of basically who everyone was and, you know, what their deals were. And yet again, despite the fact that I watched them in quick succession, I have already forgotten, which just goes to show, again, the issue with having 18 characters, well, 20 characters if you count Adeline and the chef, all introduced in quick succession. However, I believe that is going to be somewhat sorted today, because we've got 32 minutes this time, during which time I assume there are going to be a challenge or two, which means that some people will in fact be outvoted. So we won't have to deal with as large a cast for so long. So there we go. All right then. I animated this scene. What, the recap? What, the recap that was just the... Okay. All right then.
Find out here on Camp Creek.
I do like that like swoosh motion there. So if that was you, Beanie Girl, for that portion there, nicely done. One of the bigger issues too is the gap between episodes definitely makes it harder for some to remember. That I don't mind so much when it comes to internet stuff. First of all, because I would be the biggest hypocrite of all time if I talked about episode gaps. You lot probably don't know this, but my own show, The Mutant Girl, hasn't had a new, like a brand new episode release since 2023, I think. It's had a Christmas special. Well, you know, it's a Christmas special that counts, but that was also 2023. The remake of the last of episode 6 was 2024, but again, apart from episode remakes, it's been quite some time, especially because like my actual production style, you know, was significantly took a nosedive thanks to the need for custom backgrounds and Gacha Life 2's failure to provide said backgrounds. But I digress. My point that so not only would I be a hypocrite, but also from my experience with the Mutant Girl over the years, because it's been going for nearly 6 years actually. It'll be 6 years next month. Is that when a new episode releases, it's quite a common occurrence for people to go back and watch the previous at least season, but if not like from the very beginning. even in season 1, I noticed that the view counts on like all the videos before a new episode release also spiked around that time, whether that's because people recapping the episodes or because it actually or because they were just brand new people. Either way, it still kind of worked, and that's because like internet shows have the advantage of being like freely accessible at all times and on like one specific area. So you can always just click on the channel. Usually, people have players that are provided for them, and so then that's fine. So in general, usually you have you can rely on the idea that, okay, people can go back and watch the stuff, and that's actually also advantageous, in terms of analytics and whatnot. But yeah, like I just watched the episode again, and I don't remember a gosh darn thing about these people, apart from Adeline, actually, who obviously got like more attention because being the host. Yeah, I pressed play. I was about to say, it has glitched in the past sometimes. We got your reviews, so you never know. I'm sure that somebody could look at this intro and essentially, figure out from there which characters are going to be most important to the series and thus the ones that aren't going to get eliminated. I will not do that. Oh yeah, 3 years, never got that. This actually kind of reminds me of the earliest like Fallen Angels intro. Because back when that show started, Aiden had the issue of like basically every scene being dialogue, and therefore trying to make an intro with the good moments from the actual episodes. It was just people standing and talking. So, but which was sold eventually later. That standing and talking scene, you can clearly tell it serves the purpose of one character having a bit of a split focused interest between between friendship and somebody who might have caught their eye. So again, you can read into that if you don't remember the introductions, which again definitely helps. Also, we have emo ginger, yeah. And I'm wearing a different outfit as the Gacha character as well. As reported, was there just an outfit? I was still struggling with that. Yeah, that's again, that's a double-edged sword, because I know that some people prefer that, some people don't. I dabbled into that again with Muse and Girl season 1. Supposedly, like as time went by, I was the idea was that I would, recycle some of the outfits around, which Aiden has complained about in recent remake times. That makes it harder for them to identify. You could say that a character having a signature outfit is good for branding, and that's kind of like Aiden's positioning, aside from like season outfit changes. I also appreciate when an outfit change does occur and occurs on the regular, because that's also kind of like a major thing. Actually, there are plenty of series out there that really delve into like the fashion of the characters themselves, and they can't really do that if they keep them all the same. A prime example of this is Witch. If anybody remember, Ghost Kid, you might remember Sense by Buns talking about this franchise, but in general, series of magazines, but also made into an animated series. That's that one particularly. That was a huge part of it, because the characters did have signature styles, to some degree. In fact, they made like a whole like section about that in one of the magazines one time. Don't I remember that? But in general, they're still very much identifiable towards each other. So honestly, I've never seen that being a huge thing. But yeah. The different colors they wore in episode 1, which made contributors why people seem a bit mixed up on who's who. I don't know, because if aesthetically, like, as far as like the actual like bodies of the characters, as long as they are like distinct enough, I don't think it would matter too much. There are just too many characters in order to like for anything to be accounted for, and they were introduced in such a quick succession that it's practically impossible to do that. Especially when you're using an app that restricts body types as well, and has like templates to follow, because like, yeah, at some point you're going to run into that issue. I should have experimented a bit because same face syndrome issue. Again, similar thing. Definitely a problem that comes up in a lot of gacha stuff specifically, but yes, in general, also very true, and a thing that I'm guilty of in my old shows as well. Absolutely. This with the eyes, that kind of makes it hard to remember. Yeah. The reason I go back and forth on like eyes and stuff is because, like, honestly, in terms of gacha, only certain eyes look good to me, or not too cartoonish. So I get why there's a lot of repetition in terms of eye designs. Maybe the solution honestly would be to adjust some of them, make it so that it's the same, if you want to use eyes 4 or something, or eyes 9 for some reason, then do so with eyes 9 being slightly different shape, Maybe that would be a good way. Sense by Buns talking about it. I don't remember you talking about. That's true, yeah, because I've also mentioned how I ripped off like several scenes of it for the Mutant Girl, so yeah, makes sense. Or I paid loving homage to certain scenes from it. Yeah, well, let's go with that. Yes, even I don't like some eyes. Experiment with them so they can fit the OC itself. Yeah, so basically like that. That's the idea behind that. Yeah. That last shot was just an interesting one to end on. I do like the icon to remind us like which team they're in.
This is so boring.
Tell me about it. This place isn't as nice as I'd like it to be.
Again, now we're going back to the issue of like some like retext, like tell me about it, rather than like tell me about it. Like I find that for some reason, like certain VAs in like anything really, even my own stuff, like certain phrases you think are like very like common knowledge and like have a specific like cadence to them in your own minds. Some people just don't latch onto them. I've found that over the years. You never know. Oh, you love this scene. So okay, all right, ready for something good then.
Hey, Audrey, did you happen to bring a volleyball with you?
Yep. Why do you ask?
I think you know.
Oh, you're on!
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on, let loose a little, Mina.
I mean, playing volleyball indoors is not a good idea, but I assume from this that they're going to play outside. Right?
Talked about this.
Whatever you say.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Never mind. Now I'm reminded of the times when my brother would kick a football around the house, and it took like about like several years for him to kick the habit. Kick the habit. I saw what I did. Yeah, whatever. Scene number 2 coming in from okay, there we go. Something. Yeah, so we'll see your talents much more substantially then than I guess the recap. Good to them. Yeah. Now something's either going to get hit or something. Or it's getting broken. Well, there is a character peacefully slumbering in the background there. So, that probably isn't going to last very long.
Woo!
Okay, all right. Okay, so I see what you were trying to do there. Trying to like, prepare the switch there, almost like in slow motion, and then whack, I get it. However, because the character said woo at the same time, it implies that the scene is taking place in real time, which means that for a solid 2 seconds, the volleyball just stopped obeying the laws of physics and just hovered there for a bit, and then suddenly got kicked into overdrive a second later.
Guys?
And also seemed to be curving around instead of like just bouncing and ricocheting in some cases. Like I can't go frame by frame because I downloaded this. If you go on YouTube, fun fact: if you go on YouTube, by the way, you can actually, if you use comma and period, you can actually move along like 1 frame forward or 1 frame backwards, respectively. Comma is backwards and period is forwards, by the way. So yeah, I invite anyone to see, you know, some of the trajectories of that volleyball. Oh my!
What on earth did you do?
I'm not.
And again, another line I probably would have retaken there because this would be a bit more of a panic situation because it's happening at the moment rather than like, what on earth did we do? Come on, how annoying is this that we just got there? So volleyball's bouncing around, ricocheting, could hit us in the head at any moment. Come on, guys.
Exactly sure. Watch out!
Oh, interesting. That was like that drop there was superimposed. They said like they're to any of those, to any people who, you know, happen to watch this later on in the VODs that don't do Gacha, because I think everyone in the chat right now does Gacha. Yeah, to anyone who doesn't and watches this later, surprisingly in the chat section for the Gacha games, you actually have you actually have like those emotes basically that can like will be attached to the characters, and they have like their animations on top of them. That one was not part of that, but it's emulating that style. So that says to me that was possibly a decision taken later on in the production to add that. Much like the anger the anger curves there on the no longer slumbering character's face. Also found in the Gacha chat section, but that is not the same style.
What are you doing on my bed? Get off now!
Okay.
Whew.
All right. There was like a jumbo jet was landing, but fair enough.
Oh no.
I told you that was a bad idea.
Okay, that one in the on the left, that looks like the ones from the Gacha like chat section. However, it's much larger, which means it's also added in post. Rip Maddie, you probably won't be missed by your campmates. No, I suppose not. That's a KO to the face. Take that, meanie. Okay, if it weren't for the fact that in episode 1, which I do remember this, by the way, if it weren't for the fact that she called them freaks and also, you know, was like generally mean to everyone, that would seem out of nowhere because, like, basically otherwise it's a character who is peacefully slumbering away and her roommates decide to play volleyball indoors like idiots, and she's the one paying the price for it with a volleyball to the face. I would never fall asleep again with these people if that were the case.
Yeah.
Ow!
You've got a good battery if you can come in. Oh, what you mean, like come into like the route in the VC? Yeah, I can invite you. Maddie is so mean when someone wakes up. Yeah, see, outside of her being the mean character, she's actually relatable in this moment. But yeah, fortunately enough, she does stand out enough in episode 1 to, you know, like account for that. Just give me a second. I got your friend request for today. So from today. So there you go. If you want to come in, as you say, then come in. Right. The volleyball plays by Pinkie Pie logic. Oh yeah, when you get to MLP Gen 4, when Pinkie Pie restores physics a lot to say it's Pinkie Pie, don't question it. Ah, I see. Okay. I mean, I believe I've seen a Pinkie Pie already from like the first Gen 1 thing that I reviewed. But okay, fair enough then.
Oh no.
Was that that stock scream sounds nothing like the character.
Man, that girl has some pipes.
Look what you freaks did! My face! My beautiful face!
Okay, I thought you were taking the time because like the way that the phone notification went, but yes, okay, there is that. Yeah, this is something that again I would have definitely coach the VA a little bit more in order to like make this kind of work, you know, in the sense of like instead of like look what you've done. Basically, if she's like screamed that loudly, it has to be more of like a look what you freaks did, look at my face, like that kind of thing. You can't let you know you can't do it half-heartedly if that's if it's going to turn out that way, because otherwise the sound effects and the performance are working against each other.
It's ruined!
It's not that bad, honestly.
Shut up, Mina!
I thought Maddie has an old phone, and so he has a stick, the side phone. I think maybe you had to like see the glass in order to like make that work, but then again, there was no reflection in that for her to check on, so I don't know actually.
No one asked you to speak.
Okay. No need to get rude.
Yeah, plus it was your fault it hit you. You were the one who pushed me off the bunk.
Oh, good lord. Okay, yeah, no. That's that when like I know that she was mean last episode, but come on, you lot were playing volleyball indoors. You could have like broken glass or something. Like you could have broken the windows behind you. You know, she could have ended up far worse than she is right now.
What was that for anyway? It kind of hurt.
Yeah. So they getting hit in the face with a volleyball.
Again,
Honestly, I agree. We're making me side with Maddie here, of all people.
your fault.
So, which one of you freaks allowed that German-fested ball to hit my face?
I like how she assumes it's German fested.
So you're not gonna say anything?
That is like the 4th time that that same character has had that same droplet. Like,
Fine then.
oh, I've got to point this out because KW's not here. Backwards hand on Maddie. Oh, and on the other characters too.
It's honestly
By which we mean like the cat like hand is like been like swished that way instead of like some of the thumbs in the opposite direction. That's what we say here.
not that serious.
My prediction was correct. Someone got hit. My prediction was correct. I said who it was going to be.
Well, that totally didn't blow up in our face.
Wow. I wonder who told you that was gonna happen.
Sorry for not listening to you, Mina. I just didn't think she'd get so mad over an accident.
Yeah, I
Why would you assume that Maddie, the character you know to get mad over nothing, wouldn't get mad over an accident?
understand. She was being pretty dramatic.
Exactly. She wasn't even the only one who got hurt.
Well,
Wasn't she? I mean, you lot seem
I
fine.
hope you're okay, Luna.
Thanks, I'm fine.
I'm gonna go see how Maddie's doing.
Yeah, I want to give her like a bit
Hey,
more space than just a few
Thanks
minutes.
for
but
not saying anything back there.
Oh
30
yeah,
seconds
no
away.
problem. No one deserves to be yelled at like that. Plus, her reasoning was kinda dumb.
True that.
No, it wasn't. What are you talking about? I'm not I'm not letting this go. Her reasoning was not dumb at all. Oh, Beanie Girl has made it into the stream. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, now I know exactly what you're gonna say. Oh my god, you don't sound like a girl. And to that I say, I'm trans. So that's probably explain a lot. But anyways,
I mean,
hello,
I wasn't questioning it at all. You know.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I I know a lot of trans people, so yeah.
Oh, this is awkward.
Hmm.
Well,
A lot
yeah.
of them actually appear on these streams usually, but they're not here today.
Anyways, hey guys, I'm Beanie. I animate for like the show, and I do a little bit of composing on the side. So that's
Fair enough then.
all right.
I think
what
you
part
said
of-
something about. Oh, gone. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. What part of the episode are we on right now?
Well, we're on the aftermath of Maddie getting hit in the face with the volleyball and storming off for justifiable reasons.
Yeah, no, it was like entirely deserved, I'd say. No, but in all seriousness though, yeah, if somebody hit me in the face with a giant volleyball hurling towards my face while I'm sleeping, I'd be pretty pissed too. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, like this is the situation where, you know, like it's played off as karma for like her behavior in episode 1, but of course,
Yeah, it doesn't
you know,
really
it has
come off that way.
yeah, it has the side effect of like making these characters a lot less likable by comparison.
Yeah.
And most of the reason was socialized and decide they can vote off the teams able to lose a challenge. Well, I mean, Maddie probably does want to leave, so I mean, I don't know. I did say this last episode, by the way, that some of these characters who don't want to be here have all the reason in the world to sabotage themselves so that they get outvoted.
No, specifically Maddie too, because like she's like, if I recall correctly, she's rich, right?
It definitely comes off that way, yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm thinking like in my head, like she could quite literally just sabotage herself and just like she could literally just like mess around, if I'm not to swear right now, but like she could literally like mess around and just like, you know, screw over everybody else if she really wanted to.
I mean, I don't know. Yes, you could, and honestly, now doing so as revenge would make sense. But I meant more so to get people to get people like eliminated, essentially, like to get themselves eliminated. They just have to sabotage themselves and not worry about the others. Essentially, if I were in this situation that I didn't want to be in this reality show, I would just do the worst performance that I could possibly do. Leave quietly and let everyone else do whatever the heck they wanted. It's their life and all. But and Maddie before now might have done the same thing. It's kind of humanizes Maddie. Like, she might not be nice, but it doesn't mean that she always is in the wrong. That's kind of favorite thing about the episode, because otherwise it's like they're focusing on who seems to be the main characters. Well, I mean, this is the first scene we've had with like these characters right now, apart from on last episode too. Are these supposed to be the main bunch? Is there a main bunch that's supposed to come across?
Not that I know of, no. But like, if you're looking for like a main bunch, like if you're looking for someone to like focus on like lore wise, look no further than Adeline and Chef Brat. I'll explain later. Just continue the episode.
Yeah, it's fine. Usually the rich guys are looking for popularity most of the time on these shows. Yeah, I mean that is possible, and I do remember there are some characters on this that specifically like seem to be really focused on that aspect. In fact, I think this character here with the butterfly in her hair actually is the one with the 3.4 million followers or something, and that's.
Oh no, that's Zoe. You're thinking of Zoe.
Oh, okay. Well, Zoe's definitely around somewhere who would definitely fulfill that criteria.
Yeah.
Food.
Go get that food.
Oh, good morning, gents. How are you?
Morning, man.
Aiden, my boy!
No.
Okay.
And also Zuyukino.
Yeah, to a lesser degree the other two, but Aiden!
Yeah, Aiden, let's go!
Oh my goodness.
I was just thinking, if we go to the
Screw
mess hall
Zuyukino.
early...
No, I'm sorry. Zuyukino, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to like throw shade at you like that.
Mm-hmm. I just realized Luna's shirt, her sleeves are detached from her shirt. Oh, we'll have to loop back around to that.
Maybe Chef might hook us up with something decent.
Decent food?
I mean, did you see the slop we had for lunch yesterday? This place seriously needs a better budgeting on their food.
I'll come.
Oh, I thought we were going to get like a flashback to them at lunchtime, but okay.
My mom told me that a person is always at their best in the morning.
When who is your mum hung around with?
Subtle foreshadowing at its finest.
Right.
Can y'all go back to bed?
Yeah, let's go!
There we go. Okay.
Maybe not everyone.
In fact, dare I say, most people would fall into that.
Yes,
Alright,
myself
Mouse.
included.
Just let me get changed real quick. By the way, has anyone seen Pretty Boy?
You mean Adrian?
Yeah, him. Oh, where is he?
Being gay.
Probably off somewhere being a brat.
Yeah, that checks out.
Gay brats at that.
See you guys in a second.
Ryan, why are you so skeptical? I mean, this place isn't even that bad. The scenery is kind of cool.
No, I guess you're right.
Yeah, we still haven't really got like a full, scope of what this place looks like aside from the dorm, so it's hard to tell right now who really is in the right and who isn't in terms of, what this place looks like. But there are more characters suggesting that it is incredibly ramshackle, so I'm leaning towards that for right now.
Kind of skeptical
like, if
of
memory
everything.
serves, like this is supposed to be like a total drama show, right? I'm asking this if I don't work on the show.
Yeah, it's the first episode. The description said it was inspired by Total Drama and Survivor and one other show, I think.
Disventure Camp.
Yes, there we go.
I'm gonna say this right now. If it's anything like any of the shows that we just listed, it's probably not safe.
Nah, well, I look forward to the challenges for sure. With the Moonhead clip, sounds like Dark News from Fallen Angels. That could be me hearing that. Potentially. I'll have to pay more attention to that in that next time round. But also, hello to Melody.
My bestie, let's go!
Just comes with my luck.
Your luck?
Okay, yeah, I can kind of hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what other explanation is there? I'm always late to every event, I never wake up on time, and for some reason, I've been to the doctor's 9 times this year, and it's only June.
I think we make our own luck.
Yeah, I'm not believing it.
Okay, fine then.
I mean, if we're talking about bad luck, I mean, the doctor's thing, possibly, unless unless that's down to paranoia. But all the other stuff, which is kind of like the result of like routines.
See, that kind of makes me wonder, how many times has Ryan broken a bone? Chat, what are we thinking? How many times has Ryan broken a bone? Chat, type your answers in the comments below.
That's even if that's what he's gone to the doctors for.
Well, like he's pretty unlucky, so that's what I'm like assuming.
Oh, I see.
Let's bet on it. If Chef serves something actually decent, you owe me $10.
Right, you got it.
All right, dude.
They brought cash.
Now that I'm looking up like the Darkness voice, like the fact that like the writing for Darkness is so different is now standing out to me.
Dudes, ready to go?
Yep.
Finally. Now I can
Ready to go? Yep.
get
Yes.
my beauty sleep.
Yeah, no transitions.
Again. Yeah, appreciate the logos.
Courtesy of me, by the way.
Nice.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey! Ha ha!
Xander, if you're watching this right now, I love you.
Oh, I thought it was that there's the beginning of a sentence. Okay, I thought it was a but there coming somewhere. All right, carrying on.
What's wrong with him?
He's a bit of a wild card. Sorry about that.
It's fine, I guess.
My
As long as nothing goes too far. I didn't expect you to apologize.
What's that supposed to mean?
He means that you're not a butthole like most jocks.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I'm not all soft and sensitive. Ew. Gross.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
we believe you 100%.
Those two things are either mutually exclusive nor the opposites of each other. So you're fine.
I didn't say you were.
Alright, well, does anyone have any idea where Jackson went off to?
No clue. Probably.
There seems to be one person missing per team. Is the the first challenge is we have kidnapped one person of each of your teams. Your task is to rescue them.
First one to find their teammates wins.
It just cuts to a shot of them.
No, please! I have a wife and 3 kids!
Wait, we don't have to roll teens. Don't question it!
I heard Chef was serving pancakes.
Ooh, count me in.
See, I think
one of them seems to think the chef is serving pancakes. One thing is going to serve them slop. Is chef playing favorites?
Possibly.
I think this looks like a kitchen of some kind, and chef it doesn't seem to be here unless it's behind the scenes right now.
OMG. So look, the picture we posted last night got 10,000 likes.
This is Zoe, if I recall.
Oh,
yeah, Zoe.
OMG! I'm finally famous!
I can't remember if 10,000 likes is a good or bad ratio for someone with 3.4 million followers. Someone's gonna have to, let me know about that.
I need to go get some breakfast to celebrate. It's all in a day's work.
Trust.
How were you even allowed to bring that? You know, cell phones aren't permitted.
I stuck it in my bag, obs.
Yes, but then you also showed it off to the camera right when you arrived and wasn't confiscated, so there are more questions here.
Now shush for us. I'm about to vlog my next day here.
Let me just swipe that phone away out of your hands.
Yep, there we go.
Did I tell?
Oh, okay. I guess we never. I guess the disembodied hand will never be explained.
Zoe, I saw one of the producers take her phone.
Oh.
Nah.
Oh, well, the producers. There we go.
This is so exciting. I've made so many friends so far, and look at the follow-up.
How did she not notice until right now? She had her phone lifted up in her head. The confessionals are recorded later on, and she doesn't thought of it like once since then.
I guess not.
I mean, nice like markings to show where it should be, but I mean, all right, sure.
I guess.
Where's my phone?
Oh, now she's back. When did the confessionals happen?
I don't like. Maybe they happen like mid-show. I don't know. Don't ask me, man. I just work here.
Mid-show. I'm just now picturing like in the middle of a conversation, the producer comes in. All right, guys, everyone freeze. Okay, Joey.
Everybody make a straight line for confessionals. All right.
Go. All right, there we go. Go. Okay, right, there we go. Right, you're positioning. Yeah, check the camera. Okay, yeah, you go like this. Yeah, lift your hand up here. Yeah, like that. And go.
Camp Creek is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
A very confused one at that.
Oh my god.
So he's in a smarty pants like me. Yeah. But you can freeze in position. All right, everyone, time for the first challenge. Teammates. We'll define your teammates and Zoe's phone.
We're totally not buried under the camp.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and if you're wondering who Robert is, that's a running gag on the channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear God,
she's worse than Majesty. Yeah. There's a lot of lore in Gacha reviews, surprisingly.
Oh my god. It's not just like a little interview. We just have like actual lore here.
Yeah.
Hey guys!
Guys, where's my bird?
Everybody shut up!
Again, effects and voice work kind of fighting against each other here.
Has anyone seen my phone?
That being said, okay, you know what? That delivery was perfect though. Like the way that she sounds like a little bit like a warble in the voice, and also seems like be like humbled now, kind of reminding you of how helpless his character might actually be in some situations without that. Yeah, that part makes sense.
Yeah, shout out to Fruity. Go to voice actor.
Don't.
Oh, now they're all like shuffling slightly. That the background is staying static.
No, don't care.
Nope.
The problems with animating on Time Master.
Why? Me losing my phone is like a mother losing her child.
Oh, that's why you said has anyone seen Zoe's child? I was gonna put that call on the screen a second ago. I was like, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, because she can't live without her phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm allowed to be the main character. Me! Only I can scream, shut up! Ah! There you go.
You can't define my... I lost the bit, dang it.
Maybe that isn't it exactly.
Oh, okay. This, by the way, is not an emote that is in the Gacha chat section. So, that one makes sense to be added in post.
But close enough. I need to find that thing.
Oh, you forgot the line. Oh, okay.
So who won the bet?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Told you.
You're right about the pancakes.
So far, nothing is great. None of the girls on my team really associate with me.
Oh, and also, by the way, saw this sofa. This again is the issue with not pre-rendering the characters to the backgrounds before you do the camera angles. Is that sometimes you have the sofa in the background glitched for a second, but the character didn't, so you can tell the difference.
I mean, I thought that it would be something I had in common with Olivia, but I guess she's truly a lone wolf. So I'm definitely gonna have to try harder if I want to make any friends.
Yeah, well, I've dealt with lone wolves before playing D&D.
So great.
Got room for one more guesting call. Yes. Instantly, Gacha Review normally has a two-person that's two-person guest rule, unless a person involved is the creator, in which case they don't have a in which case it can be as many as needs to be. That being said, okay, yeah, all right, just bringing you in.
The goat.
Yep. Yeah, but both of you conveniently messaged me on Discord, so I knew to check the most recent person. So yeah, me, I want to call. Oh my goodness, everyone's just joining in now.
I'm sorry, Melody. You're my bestie, but I don't think you can join.
I don't think I have you on Discord, Melody. So that's So I wouldn't know where to send. Yeah. Between Theo and Elijah, Theo's a middle part. Elijah has just his hair covers all of his forehead. I see. Okay then.
And more stress. Aha! Let's go, team.
Oh my goodness, the
Bears. Am I right?
Please find me interesting.
Totally. I'm a huge Survivor fan. Nice to see some spirit.
Well, so the creator of the show, apparently. So you're in the right place.
Phew, that could have backfired. Charlie seems pretty cool.
I'm a cannonball.
So I
Wait,
was
what?
wondering if you would like.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that.
She eats people. You better watch out, buddy.
Okay.
To work with me?
I don't know. I'll have to take it into consideration. There's a lot of people who've asked me.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. Lighten up a bit. You smell nervous.
This is the classic setup, by the way. Character desperate to make friends clings onto the first person, regardless of how many red flags there may be.
Oh, well, I haven't.
Hey, Charlie
really
seems
made any
pretty
friends
silly. I almost butchered that line so hard. They seem pretty silly to get along with.
Okay, yes, but I mean, then there is the other stuff.
So I was hoping we could make a
alliance.
Not necessarily. I was leaning towards a friendship.
A friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say alliance wouldn't really make too much sense here, yet. I guess because the voting hasn't started, so I mean, who knows? But they are. The actual proper alliances would of course be your teammates, ideally. But then again, we'll see how that goes.
Alliance.
Sure.
Who voices the blonde girl? She sounds familiar.
Kemba.
The name doesn't sound familiar to me, but I don't know.
Might sound familiar to them though. Who knows?
Yeah. Not sure.
Haha, we could call it that.
Alora's kind of a mess, but who isn't? Have you seen the other team? They have one of the hottest people in the world!
Wait,
Okay,
and that's a qualification for a mess being hot? Not following the through line on that one.
Should I tell him, chat?
Unless you've used hot people as her next actual meal as a cannibal, but I don't know. Okay, welcome, Aiden.
Hey, welcome.
Hi, Aiden.
Happy to be here. Assuming I can be heard. Is this thing working?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Your mic is on.
Awesome. Nice.
I totally didn't
nice.
tamper with them before you came here.
Well, let's resume then.
Big brother. Shut up, Mokuba.
That's a reference I don't get.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, okay. Karibo. Hey. Yeah.
Look at him being a D1 hater.
Okay, right. Hold on. Wait a minute. I had to replay that. Wait a second. Okay.
You gotta really psychoanalyze it real quick.
Okay. What exactly happened there? Like, he was standing perfectly still. She just kind of went, ugh, and he decided to put his hand out, even though she'd already kind of landed at that point. Like, it's not like she was about to fall or bumped into him or anything. Like, I don't know. Yeah, see, he gets it. You overanalyze and stuff like
he's
me.
a D1 hater.
Oh, hey Daniel.
Am I the only one who's noticed that Daniel's making lovey-dovey eyes for Olivia? We did not come to fall in love. We came to win.
So, ready for the first challenge?
Honestly, in some reality TV shows, they do. You fall in love and win at the same time, but maybe not.
Yeah, it could be a
As
win-win.
ready as I'll ever be, I suppose.
Okay, I gotta address something really quickly. Who holds pancakes like that?
Yeah, that is true. Like holding the arm, like you're gonna get like pancake like batter like on your arm or something. Not batter. That's already mixed together. I mean, you're gonna get like syrup or something. Like you're gonna have a sticky sleeve. That also being said, if you noticed at that point, the hand was completely static. Like the thing is, like you have like an up and down motion for walking cycles, normally speaking. but because the hand had to be, was added back in post, it doesn't account for that. It needs to be keyframed in order to like make it so it doesn't seem like the shoulders like constantly dislocating back and forth.
Yeah.
Maddie, wait!
What do you want?
I was
Wow, her eyes healed already. Oh wait, I guess she probably might have put makeup on it or something.
wondering if
Yeah,
I
like mascara. Wait, not mascara. Foundation.
Yeah.
sit with you.
Ew. Why would I ever? Actually, sure.
Wow.
Really?
Music. Why me?
Yeah. This music particularly already is like raising red flags.
Yeah. Take a seat.
This is a
Where'd the pancakes go? Wait, the pancakes are gone. Wait a second, what?
In that moment, I just remembered that I
They
have
vanish.
no friends
They're
at
magical.
this crappy island. And honestly, I don't want any. But I could use some idiots to help me get far. I have Mina, but what other imbecile would sit with me?
Whoa,
I don't know. Well, I guess, yeah. Anyone who would ask to.
I think I'm changing Maddie for the better.
No.
Maybe I could be the
I'm changing Maddie for the better by sitting next to her.
inner
I
peace
can
that
fix
she
her!
needs.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's how I.
I'm just picturing about the pancakes now. Just like, hey, can I sit with you? Sure. Have a seat. That's why we didn't see them.
Saved the panda from dying.
That's what happened at the other day.
Oh my gosh! That was the saddest story ever.
By the way, the floor is still being waxed right now. Do you think that we'll ever be able to stop moving? No,
No, probably not.
Okay, well, fine. See you later.
Let me just slide over to my table really quickly.
So heroic.
Did I really do that? No. But these wannabes will believe anything.
Alex, we miss you.
Hey Rachel, I know you're on the other team, but me and Mina are in desperate need for someone to sit with us.
Oh,
I'm surprised that she used the phrase desperate need in that situation.
of course. I'd love to talk to the other team.
Great. Let's
I mean, this would be a good idea in general, because of course, when you encourage like competition between like a bunch of people, then yeah, you do want them to have like cross socialize.
Yeah, cross team
At
alliance.
least to some degree.
Yeah, so like you can like get farther in the game, like with the merge and stuff.
Okay, true, but I just mean like on a general like social way as well. Like competition is great, but of course, when it's not when it comes at the expense of potential like other friendships formed.
go.
Yeah, but that's the thing with this game though. With this format, it's like because the way characters get out is through a vote. You vote who you want to get out. So then that's when the trust comes in. Someone you claim to have your best interest, they could go against your back and vote you out. And obviously,
yeah, I guess they're doing.
It's not dived into this early on. It's something that has because obviously characters are just getting to know each other. So you can't get that sense of betrayal yet until proper friendships have been formed. But it's something to think about later down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's either a sense of betrayal or it's the sheer heartbreak of like getting it down to like your closest friends and being forced to make a choice.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they're going to be one. They're going to be one
This is
winner.
the hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life. Like that kind of thing.
Yep.
I mean, totally. I'm gonna make some of the greatest hits of all time.
When's the album dropping?
Why is he by our
That was actually my question as well.
table?
We can listen to Jack's Box together.
I'm a big music lover, so so it's like, okay.
Bro, Maddie, I can hear you. I'm not deaf.
Hi. Hope you can hear me now. Anyways,
I usually
I miss
don't
my
like
white
to talk
dress.
bad about the girls.
Miss her a lot.
It ruins
I'll
my
be back.
shot. But Maddie is a total.
I am
Insert
just loving
long
my new
censor
job
beep
house.
here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Aw, thanks.
They
I'm
got out there.
honored.
It's a pleasure.
So, how'd it go?
Never doing that again. She wasn't my type, anyways.
Sure, she wasn't.
oh no, I've noticed that it's the chroma key outline with this character.
Oh, hey Hudson. What's your type?
Yeah, bro. I haven't heard much from you.
Well, let's just say I'm not.
I like the idea that like based on like how far away they are from each other, someone definitely heard them say, "Hey Hudson, what's your type?"
Not exactly into cats.
He's a men liker, basically.
Okay. Interesting refer to them as cats in that case, but all right.
Great, you're all here. Good
Another word for cats.
afternoon, contestants.
I mean, I've heard like that, like the red wine white wine allegory, you know, and I'll buy people like rosé, but you know.
It is time for the first
It's a rosé
challenge.
person.
Oh, it is so on. They're all going down.
Subtle foreshadowing at its
Calm down.
finest.
She hasn't even told us what it is yet.
Today's challenge is capture the flag.
Hold on, are they all finding out what the challenge is separate to each other? Like normally you have that, like they would like gather up everyone before the challenge actually starts.
Everyone's technically here. I know the shot didn't really convey that.
Oh, okay, all right. Also, do appreciate the drum set being on set rather than just a sound effect that the crew added later.
Capture the flag? What's next? Hide and seek? Ooh, or maybe hopscotch.
I want to play musical chairs.
Don't give them ideas or turn to Squid Game quickly.
Oh god.
It's
If
a
you get eliminated, you die.
Mm-hmm.
You expect.
There was actually this one reality show of this style that did like play with that, of the idea that there was a murderer as well. They were doing the challenges, and the murder was like a separate thing as well. They had to like guess who it was, and they had to try and like outvote somebody basically. It obviously like wasn't real, but everyone like played into the idea of it being being real, such by this one like comedian who took everything like exceptionally seriously and became like generally scary.
Okay, here's how this works.
Is he thinking of
Each
banging
team will
up?
have a flag.
Well, I mean, it sounds similar enough.
That they're in charge
I forgot what it was called actually. I even forgot the comedian's name.
of. A member from each team
He wasn't a talking animal though, so.
will have to guard their flags, while the rest will have to defend their team with paintball guns. First member to cross the finish line with the other team's flags wins. Any questions?
That's why it's called Shoot the Flag. Now I see.
Yeah, have you seen my phone?
All right,
No.
I'll give you all precisely 6 minutes.
Oh, also, Ghost Kid says he doesn't like cats because I like the word that starts the cat that starts with P. I won't say anymore. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we're not allowed to swear here. So.
To come up with strategies. Ready? Go! Well, this is going well.
Yeah, but remember, we're
I was like, that was just like beeping sting in the background there when Chef appeared.
not here to have fun.
Courtesy of me.
Oh, there's
I
again.
know, I just got distracted.
This is a getaway, and you can't forget that. Remember who's watching.
Ooh, interesting.
Alright, guys, to win this.
Okay, listen up, team. We don't really have a captain, so I'm going to step in.
That's a good point. Yeah, I guess they never assigned team captains. Not like it's a requirement, but yeah, I suppose it's they're a self-governed body.
So, any
The one that
ideas?
takes leadership puts themselves at like kind of risk, to make themselves like a target. So it's like usually no one wants to take that leadership role because if you lose, that captain is an easy target to pin the blame on, and then you can easily just like, yeah, I say we just kick him out, type thing.
That is true. That's a lesson that Percy Jackson never learnt.
Well, obviously you have to defend the flag while the more observant have to watch it.
Okay, I appreciate the attempt to make them say something at the same time, but either it has to be coordinated with the people in unison, or the line must be short enough that it kind of disguises itself. Because otherwise, it ends up sounding incomprehensible.
Jinx!
Also, is Chef's name just Chef with a character in Till Drama Island? I was thinking South Park, so that makes more sense.
No, their name is
Hello
like
there,
Chef
children!
Chef Brad, but everyone just calls him Chef.
Hmm.
I think only Adeline will refer to him as Chef Brad.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is that not the actual name?
Because, like, to the contestants, he's just a chef. That's all. That's his purpose. He cooks the food for them. Adeline, their relationship is like more than that, so she would use the full name. That kind of thing.
I vaguely recall her saying, "Please welcome Chef Brad" when she introduced him in episode 1.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great minds
think alike.
Are you done with your little dork fest?
Hey! Don't get mad because you didn't think of it, Theo.
Yeah, Theodore, you're not exactly the brightest on the team.
I love that brains versus brawn type of situation. You know, different approaches.
That could be a good episode title, actually. Brains versus Brawn, depending on which challenge that would be aligned to.
They just like take a math test or something.
Well, yes. I was thinking more so like something that would require that would require like two different methods behind it, and so or possibly a marriage of the pair. I don't know.
Okay, seriously, guys. Who's going to do what so we can get into position? I can defend.
No, you can't.
Count me in.
I'll do something. And Theo, I was trying to come up with an...
I mean, I'm not exactly the most likely to pay attention.
Yeah, need a bit more of like a cue bite there, actually. Instead of like right at the end, the sound effect, that the sounds do a different layer of the track and then like approach a bit more like that, you know.
Attention to detail, but Olivia might be.
Oh, thanks, Daniel. But I think Levi has to be in charge of the flag. He seems way more initiated than me.
What is it with these two?
Nice
After you. No, after you. I insist. No, after you.
to have a fellow nerd at camp. Maybe he likes the Star Wars.
I want to say I
just
know
as
that
much as-
reference, but it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, I wasn't making a specific reference. That's just a thing
Oh.
that's yeah.
As I do.
No, but it did remind me of something.
Just as I thought this camp was terrible, I found someone that actually isn't dumb.
Did you see that?
We got a bit of a love triangle going
I was
on.
trying to talk, then Theo just interrupted.
All right, let's go, Bears. Go, go, go.
No, never again.
It's okay, Alora.
No, none of that. Shame on you.
Put him on the guillotine.
I recall the script. He was meant to actually like make a bear sound. I don't think he did in the end, probably because too embarrassing. Which I want to blame. So
was he supposed to roar or something?
Yeah, that's what I remember the script showing.
Oh
man. Okay.
Like that.
There you go.
That abrasive side. He's getting really into it. Kind of like jock fashion. They love their sports.
We sneak up on him like a crocodile.
I just hope we can win this. I'm sure his plan was much better than mine anyways.
It wasn't.
Maybe, but come on. Let's do this thing.
We need a confessional of what her
OMG,
plan was.
The challenge is about to start and I still haven't found my phone. This is bad.
So, you got a job dealing with rowdy kids too? Yep. Are they pops as well? No clue what pops are. My kids are a bunch of contestants on a survival show. Well, the pops are contestants in the survival of actual life, so I suppose it's kind of similar. Some beer, sure. There's two of them. Shall I be on a cold mess? Okay. Yeah.
I still need to know more about this Robert character, please. Like, tell me after.
Robert is an old janitor that is constantly being tormented by Trixie, the monochrome clown.
Okay.
I think I feel faint.
And he also exists inside like the world of like. Have you heard of Totally TV?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, Totally TV is a YouTube channel that is no longer in operation now, but they used to have a series called Super Pops and a bunch of other stuff as well. The gimmick was they were pop stars and superheroes. That eventually garnered there's such a fan base that people started making gacha videos of like their own groups of superhero pop stars. In that same vein, led by the same person, Majesty, who was a character from the original show, and that's why Robert keeps mentioning Majesty, because he's like somewhat a background character that's connected to like the antics behind that, because Majesty's ethics are non-existent, basically. When you really think about it.
Over a phone?
It's more than that. It's my baby.
I pay child support on the daily. You don't understand.
My baby. Was that a Sonic Boom reference? My baby.
Yes. Also, I heard one of you are Sonic fans. I will find you.
Hmm?
I heard one of you guys are Sonic fans.
Well, the main Sonic fan that kind of appears around here is KW. You know, I've dabbled in Sonic over the years, but you know, not to the same extent.
Ah, yes, KW. I will find you and I will befriend you. Trust. Sounds like a threat.
Someone clip that. Someone clip that, please, and send it to KW.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
All right. 1 hour and 5 minutes is the timestamp. Oh dear. Okay.
Seriously, what's taking them so long? Probably just a bunch of wimps.
Another scene
Nope,
animated by moi.
Okay, enough of that line. Time for this.
I think you can be able to tell the difference between Beanie's animation style and then like Nate's, because for this episode, only those two did the animation.
No, there's also Jazz. There's also Jazz too.
Oh yeah, Jazz has like a few seconds.
Yeah, they only have like one scene if I recall.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because like,
yeah,
like kind of clash.
Yeah, it does seem distinct. But again, from my own experience with gacha shows, producing them, yeah, I would be a hypocrite if I complained about this because that's also a thing that has plagued my own work in the past.
So it's like a
What
common
are we
thing
gonna
with gacha
do?
shows.
I don't know about a common thing, but it's a relatable thing, at least for me.
They're rushing us.
I'm fine with staying here.
I love trombones.
You don't want to do any of the dirty work.
Okay.
You're surely right, I don't. These acrylics are history. I can't damage them.
Oh, here we go. Apparently they're getting a series called Tricks and Drinks. So there we go. Yeah. This is the thing. Ghost Kitty also likes to make spin-off stories based on like the random stuff that we make up on Gacha Review.
Who the
And
heck
a Nettie
gets
sound
their
effects,
nails
my
done
beloved.
before coming to
Yeah. Were like the individual like animators in charge of like the music for their scenes, or was that a decision done like later on?
I'll let Aiden answer this.
From what I can remember, because for this episode, right, only Beanie and Nate did animation. Any scene Beanie did, I think she just took it upon himself to like compose her own track and add it to the scene, whereas Nate would find whatever royalty-free music he'd find appropriate for the situation.
Usually video game adjacent, from what I have seen.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, I suppose.
Video game music.
He does have good taste in video game music, though. So I'll give him that.
That is true. Yeah. So that's like some of the ones I've recognized. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay.
And
That was a
easy
nice
to avoid.
particularly last episode with all the introduction music. That is true. Yeah, to a surprising degree, actually. But yeah, the reason I ask is because in my own experience, usually they like level up whether I or the other Aiden work on one of our series. We usually have like the of our editors like send in the scenes like without music, and then we score them separately because sometimes music will like for us will transition over from one scene to the next. So in order to account for that, yeah.
And also with like
it seems to be working so far here.
With Beanie's tracks as well, like sometimes like the music like times well with her own scene as well, which like is the advantage.
Yeah, I guess you would kind of yeah. That's true. Yeah, I guess you would kind of have to have to check the entire episode first and score even more stuff if it were done the other way. So it makes sense for this production.
See, it would be nice to have like a completely original soundtrack, but at the same time, there's just so many good video game songs available that like you just can't let go to waste. So I think it's just about striking the balance,
An interesting perspective, yeah.
That's all I came here to say.
I suppose Maddie can guard.
Ooh, me too.
Oh, you've gotta be kidding me.
As a
Minor thing about this. I love seeing many characters walking at once. It's a surprisingly rare thing. Yeah. In fact, walking and talking is surprisingly rare in Gacha, despite the fact that especially with like non-moving mouths, it's actually
mouth animation while they're walking. Because with the mouth
well,
thing,
I mean, I don't know. I've actually found that whenever I use the moving mouse when a character's walking, no one notices the difference because the mouse they move so quickly in Gacha that you don't notice the frames that are missing or that fade from one image to another. If you do a fade properly, then it's not noticeable.
Model, you don't need to have any injuries. Yeah, I know.
Good.
Wait, so
I got to specify male model.
I have to defend?
Well, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, of course you are.
You have to. We can't afford any more guards.
Fine. But if Tweedledum and Tweedleidiot mess this up for us...
Trust me, they won't.
Well,
right,
Tweedleidiot.
Creative insult.
That means the rest of you, Mina, Hudson, Luna, Miles, Ryan, and Illy, are on defense.
Oh, one thing, one trick that I have whenever I film like crowd shots actually, is that if the camera is that like zooms in on a close up of them, I actually remove the people in front because it's just implied that the camera's like in position otherwise. Although maybe that wouldn't work here because they actually have like an actual in-universe camera this is all being filmed with, so maybe that doesn't work. But I guess like general advice for other productions aside from this one, to anyone watching the VOD later.
Yeah, we're cooked, guys.
Lemonade.
Ooh, thank you. All right, everyone in positions? Ready?
Speaking of positions, that megaphone was nowhere near your mouth.
Set.
Mina, wait.
How are you making sound from it anyway?
Maddie, I have to go. The challenge is starting.
Would you be a dear and go fetch me some chips?
But they're gonna notice I'm gone.
They don't have to know. Just pretend you're on guard duty.
Okay.
Holy frick.
Yeah, they don't have to know. It's not like there are cameras filming everyone or anything.
Like frack.
Yeah, totally
How
not.
are they
They're
already
not recording
here?
your every move.
Did say they were rushing us.
Yeah,
Hold on, they said they were rushing you, and you heard that?
Run my fade.
Okay. You know what? That cemented it. That voice you just did there definitely means that you definitely need to meet KW. To anyone in the chat, if you know, you know.
Incredible!
Colin, they're right here.
And they're locked in.
Wow, that's like rapid fire for a paintball gun. Jeez.
Yeah, we're trying to
And also sounds like an actual gunfire rather than a paintball sounds.
Yeah, we're trying to go with a more cartoony approach for like the scenes.
Oh, apparently Red Eye Star was supposed to be
God.
here. Oh well.
Zeno, I'm so sorry.
You should stay back, Miles.
Whatever. I'm not afraid to learn to fight. Let's go, Eli.
Let's do this, dude.
Ooh.
We're Gunston.
We're under attack.
Quick, duck.
Yeah, of course you're under attack. You rushed the other team.
Okay, I got this.
I love that the bin there has their logo, as if they brought their own like bin from like outside their cabin and they just used it as protection.
It's just like three
That's
packages.
awesomeness.
They did 3 packages and they just said, "Hey guys, we need a barrier. Let's just hide behind this." Don't worry, I got you covered.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh, echo time.
You're banned. You just cursed.
Okay, I probably wouldn't have changed the music there because it was like it was going to a good place, I think, for this action sequence.
Yeah.
Hey, Adeline!
Okay, this is definitely against the rules.
Surely that's gonna be an illegal move. She can't just be doing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, exactly.
There were never any rules against that.
It sounds like my streams. Oh, well, there were that you haven't listed like the official rules, even though you verbally clarified we're not allowed to do this, that, and the other. You didn't specify that in the description, and now I have to copy paste from a pre-existing stream every single time I make one, just to like make those people happy. It's like, oh well, there you go. I've covered my grounds, even though you can actually just listen next time.
God, I'm gonna suck.
Yeah. Some of the rules are based on like things that have unfortunately happened of like somebody going out of their way to like to like harass somebody else like outside of that. It's like, don't do that. That one makes sense, but I mean, my goodness, I just specify the no swearing thing, even though that's like a thing I just mentioned once to people. It's like, well, please stop doing it after I tell you.
And they don't listen.
Oh, crap.
No.
Whoa. Nice going, Charlie.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really am quite resourceful.
Well, don't mind me, I just beat up somebody. That was totally not against the rules or anything. I don't even cheat anything.
Shoot now, go shoot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Kill him now! Snipe him!
Yeah, that'll teach him.
It is in the nature of mankind to destroy us.
Chris used to get folded.
If I had to give an explanation, I think like her display right now probably like scared them off a bit. Like, she can do this. I'm not getting myself involved.
To be honest, I would target her exclusively after that, just to make sure she gets off the field quickly and doesn't bother anyone anymore.
Oh wait, before we continue, I gotta say something. I have to go because my computer's about to die in like 3.1 seconds. But like, I'll still be in chat. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks for being here.
No problem.
Yeah. Who's gonna go after the flag?
It's just me.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Woo! Me.
We need you to defend.
Yeah, see, now they've done it. They've left her on the field, not eliminated, and now she's gonna go after the flag. And they're gonna be scared of her.
Zoe, can you go ahead?
Okay.
Guys, Miles
Is she crying because she's being scared of the paintball fire, or just because she still hasn't found her phone yet?
was just hit.
The phone, definitely.
Okay.
I told him not to go over there. Come on, Ryan. We're going for the flag first. They can't take all of us down.
You got that right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. Stop with the cheesy quotes and get on with it.
So far, no one's been eliminated yet, or no one's been hit, to my knowledge.
Rachel. Are you not gonna talk back?
Sorry, I'm on vocal rest.
But you just... Never mind.
I mean, you could just turn around and acknowledge you're being spoken to on vocal rest.
Well. Look at what we have here.
You can give up.
Man, you really turned that character into a villain in this episode. First the volleyball thing, like, oh well, I'm gonna give the cliche thing. You should have taken care of me when you had the chance. We're not so different, you and I.
You're not taking our flag. Right, Lever?
Yeah, and... Wait. Rachel, sing.
It's a good question. Where is the flag? By the way, this is a good tactic. I remember from episode 1, like what a singing sounds like. That is a smart move. However, what I was saying before was like, we probably should like had a shot maybe like where the flags are positioned, just so we kind of know like the rough like layout of this again.
Definitely right.
Yeah. That being said, I forget because I remember Rachel singing in like the opening of being like, oh well, now how is anyone going to hear my angelic voice if if I don't sing loud, that kind of thing. Yeah. Was this character introduced like right after that happened, and thus would have heard that?
No, because she was one of the first ones I can remember the order. I get we boil it down to like he just knows. Like maybe off screen she would have talked about it, perhaps. If you also remember though, this was the same guy that like kind of doxed one of his own teammates in like a confessional. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, but that was I got the impression that he kind of knew that teammate from beforehand. Like wasn't meeting them for the first time. What I would have done here maybe is maybe had like in one of the cafeteria scenes just there's Rachel doing her singing routine and him overhearing that and being like, oh my goodness, like a little like crack in his glasses from the high note or something. I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
It's that hit President Mario pants. Hit President. Interesting.
Inside joke.
Okay,
well,
fair enough.
It's
Then.
time for now. We'll make it public one day. Just vote
no,
for
that's
me,
fair.
yeah?
That's That's fair. What was the hit elections come round? I'll remember that.
Thank you. Ignore the fact that I'm from the UK. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm from the UK, but I'm currently living in Spain, so I guess I would have to wait for the Spanish hit election.
Vocal rest? Remember?
I literally do not care. Use what your mother gave you.
Alright.
What really cements this as bad singing is just the peaking of the microphone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for being useful.
I don't think she peaked the audio
Hi,
editing.
Mama.
I think she just made sure that I think the VA just had the gain intentionally high to hit those peaks.
Yeah. That's actually also a thing in the Tony TV series, like Super Pops. They actually, in the first episode, there's a character called Misfortune, who is one of the villains, and she's, you know, like the running joke is that she is a bad singer. So she was just there, just going A B C D E F G like that.
Always told me I had drop dead vocals. Not sure if that's what she meant, though.
Close enough.
Did you hear that? No.
I'm always distracted by the fact that those ears are supposed to be the hair clips, but yet the hair keeps flowing.
What's up?
It sounded like. Never mind.
Olivia?
This was actually
Yeah?
done by
How you feeling?
little Friendless Games creator over here.
Yeah. You did say they had like a few seconds. I guess these are the seconds.
Yeah.
Fair enough then.
She couldn't commit
Alright.
too much, but for what she did, we're very grateful, you know. And also, this is like a glimpse into how much her animation progressed from her humble beginnings.
From Friendless Games, yeah. Well, Humble Beginnings actually, you know, I've still yet to see the Humble Beginnings because because they unlisted a bunch of videos just so I could go back and review them, and I've yet to do so. I think based on like the passing of the torch like thing I'm doing, like I think that's actually the next review. So tomorrow I'll be checking those out. I'll be checking out the real Humble Beginnings tomorrow. Stay tuned for that.
Oh. Well, no one really asked with me how I feel.
Well, emotions are meant for.
Wow, no one's ever talked to me this way. You know, honestly, like after this activity, you know, like just while they're distracted.
you to express yourself. So, do it.
Well, this place still sucks, but I guess I've made a friend or two.
A friend! You see that? Now that's progress.
Thanks for the tips. I'm starving. Want some?
Why, yeah. I'm also really hungry.
If you're gonna manipulate.
I'm just thinking of like, I just think of like, from the chips they're being called prickles. I'm just thinking of like they're made from cacti or something. Eat cactus chips. It'll quench your hunger. Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest.
Play your way in this game. You can't see mean, or that'll get you nowhere.
Maddie's really calmed down since this morning, and I love that for her. Is he asleep?
Like again, no one's been eliminated yet so far.
Yes, I am, Captain Obvious. Ugh.
Come on, suck it up, Zoe. Win this for your team.
You know, the are you asleep question is the only question that you can't physically answer yes to.
Yeah.
And not be lying.
But my phone.
Understood the shirt logos in Gacha. Like, what's the image of the green shirt and the brown haired guy meant to be? Yeah, who knows? I don't know what inspiration they took for those logos. Some of them I question more so than others. But yeah, one's just a tree.
Winning. But my phone. Stop out of it. I got this. Winning needs to be the priority. Sick.
Okay. This is where a little bit of cinematography here I would have done. If people have seen Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, you know where I'm going with this. It would have been fun to have, or I guess also if you've seen Lord of the 2 Hours, Kim and Ghost scenes from My Street, another example of this. Of having like one camera on one side, one camera on the other side, like looking into one of them first and like different shot for the next one. the way to do that on a 2D plane would just be to have like the shots positioned like right and left respectively, but as if she was talking to each other. Well, as if the two versions are talking to each other, basically.
Good night.
Come back here! Oh my gosh.
Oh, there we go. Okay, have they all got stormtrooper aim? Everyone is standing up and not moving, and still the shots go from like in front and behind them. Now she's holding a pinwheel, for crying out loud.
All right, this one bears nothing.
I don't know what he's counting. Like, I don't know what that even means. I didn't
understand a word that. All I heard was this one bears nothing. I don't know what that was.
Saying it like a score, as in like 1 point to us, 0 points to them, but no flags have been captured as of yet. So I don't know where he cut this.
Just give up now.
Yeah. From what I know, there's only one flag per team to capture. So as far as point systems go, it's either you win or you lose. Aside from eliminations, actually, you could argue that okay, one person down, several to go type of deal.
It's not over yet. We still have Zoe.
Last time I checked, she was still obsessing over her lost phone.
We can't lose faith in her.
I believe in you, Zoe.
Cheesecake?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is going to sound hyper-specific, but when you mention, like, relationships and characters before, and now saying this, another reference to the mutant girl here. The main character's boyfriend calls her Cheesecake as a pet name. So now that's all I can think about.
Just to clarify, they're not dating or anything. I think the age gap's a bit too big, but it's more than. The relationship is more than just work. Like work colleagues, and more than just that type of thing.
They're work married. They're work married then. Okay.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Fair enough,
Obviously, there's a B plot going on behind the scenes with them. You learn more and more as you go on. Because they hit the stage for the last episode because they're the host. They're not going anywhere.
Of course, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And also they have the whole mystery behind, who's watching. I remember that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you serve me such good food, but the campers get jack squat?
Hey, they got pancakes today.
Kids can fend for themselves.
Here.
Oh.
And what a great cut to the kid who people think couldn't fend for herself. Nice touch.
Hey, Zoe, need something?
Seriously.
Kidding! You know me by now.
You didn't even have a flag.
Zoe's...
That's just a propeller.
First to arrive means Hazard Aim are the winners.
Was the pinwheel supposed to be the flag?
Yeah.
I missed that. I see. Okay then.
Dude, you're kidding.
How did I know this was gonna happen?
That means I'll be seeing the dangerous steer in a few hours for elimination. So talk amongst yourselves to figure out who you'll be sending home. And hazardous bears, you know what that means. Pizza party!
I don't know if they knew that's what that meant, and now based on I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah. The talk amongst yourself of the elimination. Honestly, that is the more brutal approach rather than just. Sometimes in reality shows they'll surprise people being like, okay, the votes are private, and then this is who, and sometimes anonymous too. So this is who you're voting. Other times they'll be like, okay, who are you voting here? Kind of like a lot of cooking shows would be like, okay, who do you think did not perform well today? Say that right now, without discussing it prior. But give it.
You have the judges that will decide who gets out, who stays in. But here, it's the very same players. You choose your own fate, and votes are anonymous, but you still have to talk about it amongst your friends, and you can deduce who voted for who if you like.
Oh yeah, I guess if you want to convince somebody else to vote for somebody specifically, then yeah, that would be a good idea.
With big people, it gets easier to decide, but as the numbers start to shrink and stuff, you gotta who's got your best interest now, who doesn't.
Also, apparently, yeah. Also, I would not have guessed that Chef Brad is in his 50s. Then again,
Yeah.
then again, the choir director of the school that I work in actually, that actually apparently is turning 50 this year, and I would have thought he was, I don't know, 35 or the oldest. So sometimes you can't tell. Then again, it is Gacha. It's hard to tell when somebody's meant to be like older anyway because of how the characters are designed. So yeah, it's the beard. The beard sways it.
Okay, all deers, meet by the base now.
Quick, hide! Here they come.
Oh, someone's the captain now. Look at me! I am the captain.
Adrian, wake up!
Ouch! What's happening?
What's
Well, I think I know who's a candidate now.
happening is we just lost the challenge.
Oh, okay.
Adrian, it's your fault we lost.
Hold on now, don't put the blame on me.
This is all your fault, Jafar.
Mine and Maddie were supposed to... Where the hell are they?
OMG! We were just trying to attack the bears, and then Zoe won. Sad.
At least they have a reason for not being here.
Yeah, Adrian, were you even trying to help at all?
Yeah, it kind of depends, like, who knows, like, that Maddie's true intentions as to as to what they would decide in this situation. But yeah, no, Adrian was just there, you know, dreaming of not cats, I suppose.
Sorry, I needed my beauty sleep.
Seriously, dude? We were getting absolutely attacked, and you don't see us trying to take a break now, do you?
I'm sorry, you were getting absolutely attacked, but yet you were also directing all your stormtroopers at the same time, giving them as much as you were receiving. So I don't know.
Hey, Mina. I don't remember. But weren't you supposed to be helping us defend?
No, well,
He knows.
Yeah, Audrey assigned her. What about it?
Audrey was the one who said I couldn't help guard because we already had you and Model Boy over there.
Yeah, I specifically assigned you to defend.
What's this matter anyway? Adrian was the one who lost, and you were the one who allowed him to be able to guard.
Yeah, see, now the eliminations get a little bit more complicated when you account for all these things.
Huh? No! The weakest always stay behind! Everyone knows that.
So now...
Yeah, but you wouldn't know who the weakest are really after, like, only maybe people like
yeah,
that.
you have to be quick judging if you're deciding now who you consider.
They're calling us weak.
Yeah. If anything, if you had to be quick judging, Maddie should have been the captain.
No! Let's just leave it.
Yeah. Don't make it worse for yourself.
Mina, can I speak with you?
Sure.
She's already looking for Maddie's approval.
Everything okay?
That was some quick indoctrination. Not that doesn't happen normally, but you know, in real time, my goodness.
Yeah. Why
Oh, green screen outline.
wouldn't it be?
You just seem to be hanging around Maddie a lot today. I don't know if you've gained some kind of liking to her, but I don't want you to fall into the wrong crowd. I care about you.
This might be, yeah, this might be a bit of like a personal preference thing on my part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I personally have like, you know, I personally think probably instead of like having the having like one person to one side and one person to the other side to like cut between them like this, maybe if they were maybe if they were a bit further apart from each other, so you could focus them in the center shots, you know, like rule of thirds and all that. This does obey the rule of thirds because this isn't like a different third, but it's not the third you would normally have in this situation. Yeah. Either that or have like one of them further forward, one of them further back, so you can do like the whole like removing of the person trick that I discussed earlier.
And that bond we made yesterday. I care about this whole team.
The wrong crowd? Maddie's great. She defends me and protects me.
Yeah, but then you don't defend the team or protect the team, which is exactly what happened.
You shouldn't have judged too soon, Luna.
Maybe not, but someone can't just change their behavior after a day. You told me your parents are scientists. You should know this.
I mean, they might not be behavioral scientists. That's a bit of a leap there.
Yeah.
Again, it just establishes how little people know of each other. They're trying to analyze each other's behavior from a single day. It's like, you're not normally like this. Well, how would you know in that situation?
Maybe they were wrong. Why can't we all just be okay and not be divided into groups? It's
Because you're actively outvoting each other. And that's the format of this competition, maybe?
only the second day.
Yeah, but I guess you're right. I'll leave you and Maddie alone.
Your
Sorry
teammate hits someone with a volleyball. Yeah, kick them out.
for judging.
It's okay. We can still be friends. I just want to be friends with
Oh, hey,
both
Vaughn.
of you. That's all. Luna's cool, but she shouldn't have judged my friend like that.
So now she's calling her out.
Maybe I'm the problem.
Hey, Madison. Who are you
sounds
voting
correct.
for tonight?
Why are you talking to me about votes, Hudson?
Because that's literally what you're supposed to be doing right now.
We've barely even talked.
I know I'm off the chopping block. You're not, though. Your little argument had a lasting impact.
So what? All of a sudden you want to vote with me? I don't need your pity.
You were... I'm sorry, Maddie, you were trying to find people to be on your side and form alliances in the earlier scenes. Now someone is yet again presenting themselves to you in order to offer help, and you're turning them down.
How I would probably explain it, I think she's under the impression that Hudson's looking down on her for being in the vulnerable position, and that kind of I don't know, maybe that ticks her off.
But yet he also seems to be implying that he can help her get out of that vulnerable position that she doesn't want to be in.
She's got to swallow up her pride.
Oh, by the way, here's some more lore. Maddie's really giving pay. Pay attention to me. That was a that was from Minecraft review, actually. That was a musical production that we reviewed one time.
Oh, fun.
Well, I say one time, it was 11 episodes, so 11 times.
Fine. Suit yourself. But think about it. Who would
What is
they
this type of clothing in the wilderness? Somebody who doesn't get cold easily.
rather send home? The cute, perfect model boy? Or the spoiled brat?
They're the same person.
Now that you're all finally finished, it's time to reveal who's safe. Each night you'll receive an item guaranteeing your safety here at camp. Today,
Who's going up first? This is usually the fun bit.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, normally I would say, hey, chats, who do you think is going out first? But most of the chats has worked on this episode. So, hey, Bon and Ghost Kitty, one of you just showed up right now. Who do you think's getting eliminated?
This is usually the best way to build anticipation for episodes, because at the end of the episode, that there'll be one less player. We're getting closer to that end goal, and that's the advantage with this kind of format, because you can wait for a big episode and ultimately nothing could even happen, But here you're always guaranteed at least something, which I hope makes worth the wait in situations where episodes do take a bit long.
Yeah, I think it will. Also, yeah, this is a good point. Yeah, Maddie probably shouldn't have worn a white shirt to a paintball match. That was probably not a good decision on her part. Yeah.
the budgeting team paid for chips. No, singular chips. If I throw you one,
Oh, okay. Hold on. Beanie goes back. Oh, you said he wanted to be here for my actions to the voting. I thought you meant in the chat, but okay. All right.
No, I wanted to be right here to witness it.
I see. All right. Then.
Who's behind the budgeting on this show?
The producer
get
took
no
the phone
answer.
earlier.
Miles.
Yes.
We have
Luna
very
left
bad
it.
budgeting here, trust.
They're just throwing the chips at people.
Get it?
Got the reference. Wasn't funny.
Sheesh. All right. Elijah?
Yeah! Thank you, dudes!
I'm waiting for
Aiden,
one of
I
them to
gave you
drop
a-
it. I'm waiting for one of them to drop it.
Nina?
Or to accidentally grab it and crush it by accident.
The sad thing about it, though,
Oh,
is that
or eat it. Okay, that too.
About time.
Hey, Ryan, come get your chip. You're
There's
safe.
a bunch of little details here, too, if you look hard enough.
Hold on, did you say come get your chip and then throw it over everyone's heads? Adeline, what the heck?
Addison?
He could have caught it too.
Thank you.
There was some total weakness.
Not from that angle.
So happy to continue another day.
He could have jumped.
Alright,
Oh gosh.
Audrey,
We're gonna be
Adrian,
zoning out.
this is the final chip. Whoever does not receive one will be going home. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
But
And the final chip of the evening goes to... Audrey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I made this one. Could have seen this one.
I mean, I was expecting like when Beanie Girl said that she wanted to be here for my reaction, I was expecting some huge surprise there. That's not really much of a surprise at the. Oh, you're saying hair. Okay, fine. So that's gonna happen. All right.
That means you're going home. Am I
No,
surprised?
we don't want to
Nah, all models are the same.
Ugh! I hate
That was
this
the funnest
stupid
thing
show!
I did.
You can count me out of completing anything like this again.
Because you didn't
Bye-bye,
win?
Adrian.
What?
Back to
Yeah.
Marionette you go.
This is marionette. I've heard that again. Ghosty has said the same thing. Called a marionette. All right.
Yeah,
then.
this time it was Bond.
Oh, I see. Well, no. Bond said it correctly. Marinette, not marionette.
Oh, Marinette.
Yeah. That being said, you know, he can never be this Adrian because that Adrian is definitely into cats. This one isn't.
They're as homo can be.
I meant because cat noir, but yes, also that.
Oh. Well, I'm happy.
No. Well, yes. Shut up.
By the way, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. You know, someone's going to sabotage themselves because they don't want to be here, and therefore they would go home early.
You don't know my life.
And we never will.
How does this
Goodbye.
thing work anyways?
Glad you asked. By the push of the button, a jetpack will automatically launch you into the air.
What button?
This one.
Oh wow, that's all on fire.
Ah, yes, always a thrill.
I don't even know if the jetpack is set to go. I'll be real.
Yeah, like what direction is it going to fly in as well?
A
Because they're on an
jetpack is
island.
Yeah.
They're on an
but the thing-
island right now. I hope
Yeah,
that thing has
like-
autopilot. We're gonna drown at sea.
I don't think like he cares about their safety. I'm gonna be honest. Because like, if you're gonna put a whole jetpack on someone as soon as they get eliminated, chances are they probably don't care where you're going.
But the net, if we're thinking like in the context of a reality show,
Soar in the air and hope that you don't land in the sea.
the TV network they would have to pitch the show to would have had to approve of letting them fling teenagers have a jetpack. So
Yeah,
That's in the fine print of the contract or something.
included.
What safety inspector gave the thumbs up? Yeah, another good point. What if the inspector were to come?
For the ratings, man.
Of course, yeah. First one. That yeah. Also forgot to mention this. Bond has several bingos for things that keep happening on Gacha Review, and one of them is that I improvise like a parody song on the spot.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And I believe
And that's it. That's the episode.
Well, fair enough then.
All right, Jacob, what'd you think of the episode, buddy?
At the end, we got some fan art as well. I think the biggest surprise was like seeing like engagement from like it's small, but like I feel like it's still like powerful. You know, knowing that there's people supporting you through.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love fan art. Yeah, that's always something that makes sure to
Oh my god, there's me. There's me again.
Yeah.
But
this also a thing where it's like, you know, yeah, I actually have like a running gag as well of just on the channel in general of like whenever I release like songs or even gacha videos or whatever, just to put my name in the credits as many times as possible as a just to see like what can happen, because like it used to be like, especially like back in the day, it was just me working on videos, so it was like, oh yeah, this stuff Jacob about this stuff Jacob about it, but yeah, like as time went by, it's definitely good to see some other people's names in the mix so that when your own comes up, oh yeah, much more of a surprise.
My name was mentioned 3
Instantly?
times. Oh my god! There's my mom! Let's go!
Okay.
Fair enough. Also, other backers we found on freepick.com. So go to use freepick.com. You can also find props on there like the flag, so you won't have to use the pinwheel next time. But yeah,
I think we had a lot of Gacha as well. I don't know why we didn't bother using them, but I was saying during the elimination, the saddest thing about eliminations is because once that character is eliminated, they're out from the show. So I have to go to that voice actor, like, thank you for voicing this character. It was an honor. With the exception that maybe the final episode, your voice services will not be needed, but you can still stay in the server if you want, and usually they will. Cause
yeah, that's why I didn't become a voice actor. I instead became an animator and a composer.
And if you voice the character who's going to be the winner, then like more power to you. You're going to be here for a very long time.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's somewhat expected with things like this. It's like a show that Emily, another friend of the channel, is working on right now, called Final Break, which is a show where characters in each episode get murdered. Everyone who auditioned for that went in with the pre-existing knowledge that they may not be around for a long time, and that we're not going to give out exactly who is responsible or who is actually going to die in what order, unless you're on the script writing team. But so yeah, that could end at any moment. Everything has an end.
In the end.
Is that
it doesn't matter how it happens.
Obviously, that's already been created. The voice actors don't know though. The only time I'll get to know is when the script is out. So they don't actually.
I know who gets eliminated. That's kind of sad.
What I mean is that the VA should know that there's a possibility at any given time they could be eliminated. And therefore, like that comes to the territory with this kind of thing.
There's 18 contestants, right? So at minimum, there has to be 17 episodes where a player gets out, right? So that's already
unless there are multiple eliminations per episode, like multiple challenges, and you speed up the process.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but even then, I still got quite a length with that in mind.
Yeah.
So and if you get out early as well, it's like, but we have measures in store to make sure that we have opportunities, mainly through bonus content. We want to get more stuff, especially to fill the gap that it takes to get mainline episodes out. The current crew is going for a little revamp of its own, but because we love everyone dearly. It's as well as the destination, the journey to get these episodes out, which I'm sure you can relate to as well, is just as fun.
Yeah, I mean, I could also relate to the idea of having something in the middle to bridge the gap between releases. Arguably that's one of the purposes of Gacha Review. It's not what its prime purpose is, but it does serve that.
Yeah, constructive criticism, what can we do better?
Well, yes, that's one of the main things, giving constructive criticism to the people in question. Yeah.
Also, I think it's nice though because you're giving spotlight to these shows, especially the bit smaller ones as well. Anyone, because being recognized for anything, no matter if it's by one person or a lot of people, it's, I think every creator likes that recognition. Especially if they're not used to it.
I even said this. I even said this to Bon yesterday. Like big or small doesn't matter in this case. It's like a lot of people will try to focus on the majorly popular shows, or even if back in the day, the popular like random mini movies that got millions of views and whatnot, those are the ones that people would choose to react to, the popular YouTubers. Because I mean, for analytics, it makes a lot of sense, and it's good to sprinkle in that stuff. But the people who arguably need the most advice would be the ones that are on the smaller side, and by that I mean small, not even this caliber. I mean like genuinely subscribers in the double digits territory a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and sometimes that you get better content from them than you do from the big ones. It just depends.
Yeah. for this second episode, obviously I like to think that, obviously we're not perfect. I think like if we can, I think especially because you just went back to see the first one, I think you can definitely see the improvement, especially with just the addition of an additional animator. Already like so much has like improved in terms of quality, visuals, and whatnot. But I think the same faults that the first one had is still present here. I think the biggest one you might have noticed is there were gaps in a lot of characters talking. Like a character would say something, and it'd take them like a good 5 seconds before they reply. I don't know what was up with
That happens some of the time. Yeah, that was an occasional thing, but for the most part, that seems to have improved. Like the main issue that I still find is just the sense of the sense of like where they are. Like the island itself is not super well defined because like most of the cinematography is close-ups or mid shots, which means that you're not getting like the full sense of the landscape, nor do we have like any sense of how like the terrain is. Like arguably even something like a small map with like the characters' heads, like where they're positioned, over time, and like to show where the flags were and such would have probably helped out a lot with that. Even if we don't get a full view, even to this day of like not to this day, I mean even to this point in the series of like what the camp actually looks like and how run down it truly is, because all of that has gone into verbal territory, and of course if you go by show don't tell, that's why I think that's the main issue for me at this stage.
Yeah, see, I've taken a few AV classes, and I can kind of like agree with you right there because like I think what we need more is like establishing shots, like establish like where we are, what's going on,
yeah. Definitely improve on some. I just see so much to see there. That's really all I can add. I was late. Yeah, that like I said before that some of the voice lines seem like they were competing against the sound effects, by which I mean that the voice actors should have probably been redirected to either whether it is to project more or sometimes less, depending on the what was going on, because like we had some people like being like, everyone shut up. Meanwhile, like you have like the waves going like like it's maybe super loud, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Other times you had like the big scream from Madison compared to the very like almost casual way that she kind of followed that up. So yeah, some of that's like that falls on the directing ultimately, because the voice actors don't always know what's going to happen, especially if they're not asked to do the scream themselves, which might not have happened.
Also, the scripts we used, they were like very cookie cutter. Like we didn't follow the universal format. It was just like character name, a dialogue, and some subtle description, which doesn't really help in their case when trying to decide how they should approach certain voice lines. They don't have that reference.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. So, but by that, do you mean that the voice actors only had access to their lines?
Oh no. Okay, well, no, but I'll tell you what, right? I love the voice actors and stuff, but I can easily tell most of them. Not all of them, of course. Some will read the whole thing, but some will just, Control F, type in the character name, see where all the names appear, and just like say those lines. Maybe they'll read the lines above and below, but and this is probably prevalent later down when episodes get long, when the longer episodes. This was like 32 minutes. The latest one we have has a whopping 38, which, to be fair, I did expect to be longer, but. Yeah, so, but we're definitely going to encourage them to make sure they read everything, just because, context is key. And also probably we try implement table readings, so like, because everyone just does their own thing, we don't, because I think if we make them coordinate with each other, communicate, it's easy to bounce back off each other, especially.
With a cast as large as you have right now, what I will say is good luck arranging table readings. Yeah, like I used to
into a voice chat.
Yeah, I used to direct like everyone in voice chat in like Mutant Girl season 1. I stopped doing that because it was impossible to coordinate everyone at a certain point.
Yeah.
And also because they kept messing around. But that was, 2 reasons. But yeah, it kind of it boiled down to those ones.
See,
yeah.
off topic, I'm looking at the live chat right now, just like, please, let's be a normal review. On Gacha review? No way! Shout out to Ghost Kitty Cat.
I already did a Magic School Bus parody in the last Gacha review. I didn't have another one in me.
Cruising on that main street, feel relaxed and feeling good.
Yeah.
But now you got the idea for how this show follows, because this is pretty much the format now. Characters will bond.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like this feels a lot more like what I was expecting episode 1 to be, because episode 1 was like just the introduction, because there were so many people to get through. Yeah, like actually seeing the challenges, that's what I was looking forward to, especially.
Yeah. But even then, I feel like the way the challenge was executed as well, it left a lot of like you said, no one was really getting out. Everyone was dodging. Actually, it's not that everyone was dodging. It was that everyone shooting was not hitting them properly.
Yeah, they were all stormtroopers. None of them were aiming anywhere near anyone else. No one got hit, but they didn't need to dodge because they could just stand there and be perfectly fine.
Yeah. So if we tack on more behind the scenes, I think I've talked about this, but for this episode and episode before, script-wise, this was done all by Nate. Moving forward, scripts will have been written by me, and I'll have some assistance from other members. The biggest issue with this though was that having to take over and try not go against pre-established stuff from the first 2 episodes ended up being more difficult than I thought, because unintentionally some things characters said did go against what they did, their actions beforehand. I think it's too much of a mess to try and fix it again, so it's just I think the word is like a retcon. It's just we just consider it redefined for the sake of.
Oh no, we have a song on here for retcons. That's part of the Gacha review lore as well.
Yeah, to be fair,
make a timeline right now. Make a timeline of the Gacha review lore. Post it on your YouTube channel, please. I will read it. I will analyze. I'll do a map pad. This is just a theory, a Gacha theory. Just make it a whole series. Somebody, please.
The whole series of 200+ reviews. Yeah. Good luck.
Oh, wow, you didn't.
I've
analyzed everything.
Yeah. All right.
You think you would have been invited for what was it that the Gacha goes whenever for the voice for the series section? Because
wait, didn't we get nominated for the Gacha Guild?
Yeah, we did actually. We're still waiting for the actual award show to come itself.
Don't worry. We have our own award show. You'll definitely be nominated for that this year.
Are we gonna get nominated?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't think the Gacha Guild Awards knows that we exist.
Yeah. You know, we should put a word in.
Yeah, we should we should just tell them that you exist.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. Definitely welcome to do so.
Make them aware of your existence. We're gonna give you notoriety.
Definition.
Fair enough. I would definitely appreciate that. Yeah.
Dictionary definition of a hidden gem. I don't think it gets more hidden than here.
Yeah.
I suppose. And I did in fact make a whole review series on their voted hidden gem from last year. So yeah, I suppose.
Hey, who knows? Might make it in the next Gacha Guild.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready to see this gorgeous fan art?
Oh yeah, good point. I forgot. I was gonna play this.
Yeah, I was gonna remind you. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, yeah, and if you're still here, happy late birthday, buddy. Even though it was not your birthday in the slightest right now, but whatever.
Even in the end credits,
and here's the fan art.
Gift.
Look at our gorgeous, absolutely talented people in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
look at this.
You love to see it. Good motivation as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I still find it funny they had it's a looping gear.
Wait, hold on. I got to read that. Wait a second.
Wait, what? The comic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, I hope you know the person who drew that is actually the voice actor of Rachel.
That makes sense. They were both Rachel themed.
Yeah.
I think that's my mom. I don't know.
It is, yeah.
There we
All
go.
right, here we go.
For now. I'm a master strategist that would not be overlooked.
That's nice. Can I sing for you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's the Elton John glasses actually fulfilling their use. On one of them, at least. Oh, Theo and Charlie already people are starting to do ships because of course they are.
Dude, that's the thing with a big cast like this, man. Shipping potential is
It's gonna be inevitable.
Honestly, I found that any cast is gonna happen at some point if it's got enough of a fan base behind it.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Either that or people are going to pick crushes for themselves rather than for other characters, which has also happened.
Yeah.
Oh my!
You don't get a post-credit scene.
Well, it's fine. There were,
Yeah.
I think we had enough scenes. 32 minutes, plenty of scenes. Yeah.
I'm just saying, the fan art scene, like that was peak right there. That's all you really need for a post-credits. I'm just imagining Zoe scrolling through the fan art on Instagram. It's like, Oh my
wow,
God,
look at all the stuff people have made for like the in-universe show or something.
Oh my God! Look at all these people that know of my existence.
There needs to be more of me. Where am I?
Where am I in this? Give me notoriety.
But also, she's her phone back to do that. So I guess we'll see if that happens next episode or not. You never know. As it turns out, for the past few months, I have been hacked. By which I mean a producer has taken my phone. So any posts were not me.
Yeah. If you saw any people replying to if you just saw any out of pocket replies that were made by me, that was not me. That was the producer who hacked my phone. Trust.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all the posts are linkedin.com/beaniegirl. All of your filmography.
I'm guilty as charged. I hacked Zoe's phone.
I thought you said the producer might have been you, so that's why I was calling back to that.
Oh my God. No, if I was, I'd be the most downright diabolical menace on her social media. I swear. But seriously though, I can't thank you enough, Jacob, for having me and Aiden on here. We really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, honestly, I love doing reviews with the people involved in them as well.
Yeah. For episode 3, like I said, because that's when I started a bit behind the scenes, right? It was at this point, main man Nate, I think he was started the whole moving to a new school, heavy workload. There was no way he was gonna get this episode out by himself and stuff. So that's basically when I was on the cast server. I'm assigned the role as CEO, which I think is funny. But basically I started helping getting the ball rolling. Wrote a script, obviously did my lines, and even chipped in a few animation scenes. And speaking of animation, this is when things get heavy. If I remember the top of my head, episode 3 will have at least five or six different animators, right? And
yeah, it's not gonna be just me and Nate, and also Jazz.
Yeah, and this is when difference in style will be more apparent.
It'll be more known. We're trying to boil it down to one style by episode 4. But until then, you're gonna be seeing think of Sonic shorts, but as an actual
So yeah, some clash with each other. To be fair, I don't think it's a bad thing per se, because at the end of the day, we're still using the Gacha characters and stuff, so you can still recognize it by that. It's not it's not like 1 minute it's 3D, next minute it's stop motion type of thing.
Yeah, I think I've only ever been distracted by a change in animator twice, and that was in the other Aiden show, Fallen Angels. At one point, he actually had somebody come in called Blackjack, who actually whose style was very different. But whereas like like Aiden's general stuff would look similar to what we have here, maybe with a few like further away shots or something, and slightly more pixelation depending on the episode, but recognizable, as would the case with like other people, including myself. Then Blackjack came in, and the aspect ratio was all over the place. The camera had like close-ups, like the last only like a few seconds. The characters had cartoonish mouths and eyes that would also change almost every second. And when there was a pause in the actual script writing, it was more like they still would constantly be changing. So everything was made to be. I mean, I'm trying to think of a more like up-to-date word than derpy, but that's the one I can think of right now.
How about goofy?
Sure. Yeah. All right. It was made to look goofy when it wasn't supposed to some of the time. That's one reason we don't tend to use like the cartoonish aspects of gachas, because like our stuff is drama meets comedy, so we can't really go too cartoonish for that reason. But yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can like find something in my my files, because I know I had something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while you do that, then a couple of things that I'll say. If Aiden, you took over the script for this and you're worried about inconsistencies, one thing that I would have suggested that Nate should have done beforehand, not necessarily that they come into like to contribute at the same time, even though that is what normally happens when you like add other writers. You would like keep yourself as the head writer. I think probably the script might need like some like supervision from Nate, maybe like a once over, basically, depending on like how that's
approval. Stuff like, but then no shade to him and stuff, but he's not. Because I can see for first hand, because he didn't really have like a plan in mind. Every first episode script was like, you have a general idea in your head, and then you write a script and stuff.
Like, was he just winging it the entire time?
Sort of, yeah. That's how I'd best describe it. Any improvise is what I like to call.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's what Toriyama did for most of his life, so it can work sometimes.
Yeah, but like when you're writing like a thing where you have to like plan it out, like it's not gonna like get you very far.
I definitely have a plan, but I'm not going to be strict to it, because I feel like that's very limited. Because that's like my style. It's very limited.
Yeah, because you're gonna have like changes along the way, right?
New ideas come back and forth, especially after like feedback from several people. So,
yeah.
And anyway, like I said, there's gonna be a ton of episodes. So like having the first two ones causing a few inconsistencies for like the third and fourth will have little effect when 3, 4 onwards. It'll all flow more better and stuff, and that's when things do get better, and then because like I was like with these type of show formats, the juicy bits, the bits where it's all worth it, is when the two teams eventually combine into one, and then it turns into like an every man for themselves type of situation. That's how this type works, and that's when like all the build up pays off. But again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We got a long way to go before then.
Yeah, I will say, 3 and 4, setting it in the tone. That is, of course, assuming that life doesn't happen and something happens to you, and then you have to like also make another change after that.
Yeah,
depending on how long the show would go on for, you never know.
Yeah, I see myself sticking for this to the end. Even like because episode 3, it took 6 months to get out when it didn't need to, but a lot of morale was low at certain points. Nothing was really going on. But then eventually the spark lit back up, motivation kicked in, and yeah, blood, sweat, and tears, we got it out. And it's not a perfect episode by any means, but it's one that I think everyone in the cast can say they're very proud of, because of like how ambitious it was in terms of like tonal change. From these first two, while also staying true to what it's about. At the end of the day, drama, comedy, wacky antics. That's what we want.
The average Camp Creek special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, by the way, I found
Also-
the thing in the files. If you guys wanna, Aiden, you wouldn't mind if I like share a little bit of music, right?
Go right ahead.
No, yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right, let me just,
Those sounds get me copyrighted. That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's not copyrighted. It's like literally everything's made by me.
Okay.
Got me
How
copyrighted if you
do
make
I?
use
Okay, there
Yeah.
we go. Share screen. Don't share these. Don't. Hold on. Screen sharing is easier with two. I've literally never used these. I've never used this type of screen share.
You can also send me an audio file in Discord, and I can put it on as like as I can play it as music on the actual on StreamYard itself.
All right, hold on. Let me like send you like a few tracks then.
Oh, a few tracks. Okay.
Yeah, because like I'm pretty proud of these ones. Here's one of them. Hopefully it's sent. Yeah, there it is.
All right. River battle, but better. Okay.
Yeah. You guys ready to witness peak? Chat, are you ready to witness peak music?
Now I'm wondering what River battle, but worse sounds like.
Oh no, it's pretty bad. It's like it's like the worst older brother.
I see. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Before you share this, I have another track to send you right now.
Okay.
It's one of the unused
Yeah.
tracks, actually, but it's not by me, but like I did want to share it because it went unused.
Okay, all right. Since there's multiple of these, one other thought I had that I was gonna loop back to and never did was that when you mentioned before, like about encouraging encouraging the actors to read the full script for context, that's the same advice that I got in theater, but yeah, like with voice actor stuff, there's some. What I encourage people to do now, at least for my stuff, is yes, if they do Control F, that's fine, but read what comes before and after. If not just like the one line before it, the one that came before, and the stage directions, so that you have like the context of what's going on then. Because if you know your character well enough by a certain point, you should be able to you should be able to get like the general. You should be able to get the gist of what's going on, but also, because I will give people redirections if I need to. So I always know I have that to fall back on just in case. With this series, who is who is in charge of directing the voice actor? Was that Nate at this point?
I think it's Nate along with Aiden, and also Liko.
Yeah. No. For episode 2, I was just a voice actor at that point, and episode 3 is when I took charge and whatnot. So for the voice direction, then yeah, it was mainly Nate and someone else, the thumbnail artist even. She took on the role for voice directing. Didn't get to do much for episode 3. I think, but we did encourage people to do multiple takes. That way, we could find one that and like vary them differently. So
Yeah.
Because if it was none the same, then there's no point you do multiple vary them, so that the one that is most suitable for the context can be applied.
Yeah,
which does
that's something. I also do that myself when I set in lines. I usually set in 3 to 4 takes of each one, especially for the things that I don't have the context for, which are delightfully rare nowadays. That people don't give you the full script, but sometimes it still happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Ghost Kitty. Yeah, this is the same Blackjack that you were talking about before with the editing. So yeah, that is she edited 2 scenes and then. And then because of honestly, I think it was my review that cemented it. It's like, yeah, no, we've just decided it's not worth trying to like train her up to like to match like our style, because that would just be like too much of a strain on her. And then she ended up leaving for unrelated reasons as well.
All right, just send you like one last one. I'm sending you 3 because 2 of them are by me. One of them is by like my brother Toku Miko.
The one was here before.
Yeah, they're also a musician on here, but like their music was never used, so that's why I'm sharing it here.
Okay, all right then. And that's it, because I do have to wrap this up at some point, and people will have clicked off the VOD by now. So yeah, I need to.
Yeah.
That's right as well. I guess the plan moving forward is to loop through the whole baton phase now, isn't it?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, so that's why tomorrow is going to be whatever JazzXC's like first video is now. Whatever they relisted specifically so I could actually view it.
You still continue with Silmations as well.
Oh, was Silmations before JazzXC? Oh, I might have to. I'll have to check the order.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't intentionally forward it, but I talked about Silmations, which lit that spark in the eyes. And then
so fine.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So in that case, tomorrow's Silmations, then Sunday will be JazzXC. Okay. All right. Here we go. This one is River Battle, but better.
Peak is about to come in 3, 2, 1. Drum set.
Yep, drum set.
I love Sonic 3. How could you know? It's a bit of a repeat, but
You're gonna hear like vocals in the background.
absolute banger.
Yeah. Oh,
God, no. Don't repeat it.
I thought they loop. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Now this next one is by Toku Miko, the guy I just mentioned.
Yes. Now I'm just thinking of what happens if someone falls in the river, like it has you have the water effect, like underwater sound of it.
Oh yeah, this one was also kind of water themed. So
Okay. All right. Relaxation Remake 2. Here we go.
Listen to that.
This reminds me of something you would hear in Minecraft, actually.
Yeah, it did remind me of something you'd hear in like indie game from 2008.
Which Minecraft nearly was. So yeah, I guess that makes sense.
This music kind of reminds me of Friday Night Funkin', if anybody knows that game. I'm literally...
we all know that game. We all know that game.
I literally made music for Friday Night Funkin' once.
There you go. I guess it does kind of match your profile picture as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, marriage to Friday Night Funkin' is that I made a YouTube short one time, making fun of somebody's like Gacha reinterpretation of one of the tracks. But yeah, this is nice and calming for sure.
Yeah, the last one isn't.
Yeah, maybe this should have been sent in a different order, but yeah. So the last one is called Incoming Boss Battle Revamp. So yeah, get ready for that, I suppose.
Yeah, there's gonna be guitars and heavy metal music.
Oh, this track lasts for 2 minutes, by the way, just in case I was wondering if it is looped or not.
It does sound more like a loop for 2 minutes.
This does seem like a thing that would be loopable to some degree.
Yeah, it does.
If it were in an actual video game rather than a series.
Well, I know you have to wrap this up in 2 to 3 minutes. Wait, no, it's by itself.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's no set time for how long these need to be, but also the video's over. People who watch this later will have clicked off by now. I don't want to prolong that, for basic YouTube reasons. Yeah. All right. Incoming boss battle. Wait, hold on. I've got this. Incoming boss battle.
Hold on. More intense version of the first one I said.
Not the same vocals from that time, and like, sounds very similar.
That's a building in Minecraft for the second time.
Yeah. Also, the problem isn't that it's like repeated a lot. It's just the fact that I want to wrap this up. There's nothing to do with I want to stop now. I've got to pause it. Yeah. So I didn't mean to say like it was the like Tulu Ball, like the song was too long or anything. That was not what I meant to say. You know, I'm not doing
it's fine.
It's too many notes thing. Yeah, that's what I clarified for Tokumiko here. Just in
Speaking
case.
of, like, I should probably get going right now because my computer's about to die again.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, fair enough. All right, thanks everyone for joining. We're all gonna wrap up now. I'm gonna go make some food. So
right.
yeah, just much more for Still Nations, and then Jazaxi the day after. So please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe to us already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
See yous.
Bye.